everyone. So let's get started with game theory part 2. Now in this part 2 we are going to see the mixed strategy games. Okay, we have already seen what is pure strategy game and what is mixed strategy game. I'll tell you in this video also. Okay, so this is the example given to you in which player A and player B are there. A has two strategies, A1, A2, B has two strategies, B1, B2. These are the outcomes. Yes, this is the maximizing player, this is the minimizing player. We already know all of this. Okay, now let's start with adding the last row and last column as we always do in the game theory. Row minimum and this is for column maximum. Yes, so find out the row minimum. Minimum of these two, minimum of this first row is, what's the minimum value? 7. Minimum of the second row is 5. Now find out the column maximum. So maximum in the first column is 9 and maximum in the second column is 11. Now you have to find out the maximin and here you have to find out the mini-max. Correct? We have already seen all of this. So what is maximin? Means the maximum of these minimums. Yes. So what is the maximum of these minimums? 7 is the maximum from these two, right? And what is the minimax? Means minimum from these maximums, right? These are maximums column wise. But then you have to find out the minimum from these two. So minimum is this, right? So are these two equal? 7, 9? No, these are two different numbers, right? In the first part we saw that we always used to get the same number. Means minimum, minimax equals to maximum. So in that case you used to get the saddle point and then that was the pure strategy game. But in this case minimax is not equal to maximin, meaning that saddle point does not exist and this is the mixed strategy game, right? In the exam you have to write down like that maximin is not equal to minimax, therefore saddle point does not exist. Saddle point does not exist. Hence it is mixed strategy game. Now how to solve the mixed strategy game? Okay, again very simple. I am going to give you some very nice tricks. There are some formulas, but as I always say, I don't believe in mugging up formulas and all, right? Everything is logical, so we are not going to use any formulas and I'll make it very easy for you. Okay, let me copy down all the outcomes 9, 7, 5 and 11. Okay, this is A and B and all of that. Okay, so for mixed strategy game, you add one additional row and column. Okay, which are nothing but your oddments. You have to find out the oddments. Okay, what are these oddments? I'll tell you. So oddment is nothing but take the difference between the two numbers, okay, and then write it diagonally. Okay, meaning that difference between 9 and 7, whatever is bigger number and you have to subtract the smaller number from that bigger number. Okay, let it be in any sequence, does not matter. So here the two numbers are 9 and 7. So 9 minus 7 is 2, but you are not going to write it here, you are going to write it diagonally. Okay, this is important part. Here the difference between these two numbers is 11 minus 5. As I mentioned, larger minus smaller number. So 11 minus 5 is 6, write it diagonally. Now the column wise also the difference between these two numbers 9 minus 5 is 4. Write it down here in the next cell diagonally. And 11 minus 7 is again 4. Okay, so this is how the oddments are found out. Easy. Now you will add one more row and one more column. These are nothing but your probabilities, right? As we know that this is not the pure strategy game, you have to find out the probabilities, correct? Means more than one strategies are going to be used by these players in some probabilities, correct? And you are interested in knowing those, like which strategy and how much probability, right? So probability is again very easy. There are some formulas you will see in the books, but then I will simplify it for you. Okay, so probability here for A1 is this oddment 6 divided by total of those oddments. What is that? 6 plus 2 is 8. Yes. So, and then the probability for A2 is what? 2, right? Oddment divided by total of the oddments, 8. Yes. If you go column wise, for B1, the probability is this 4 divided by this 4 plus 4, 8. Here also this 4 divided by 8. Yes. If you simplify this, this gives you how much? 1 by 2. This gives you 1 by 2. Correct? Now, for here, if you simplify it, it gives you what? 3 by 4 and this gives you 1 by 4. Easy? Yes? So after simplification it looks like this. Now you know the probabilities, but as you know in game theory we also are supposed to find out the value of the matrix, correct? The value of that game. So how do you find out that value? Pay attention. You would find some formulas for this, but I am not going to use any and I will simplify it for you. There are multiple ways to find out the value of this game. Okay, you can use any way and you will get the same answer. I will show you more than one ways here, okay, for confirmation. Okay, so now pay attention. If you have to first consider this outcome matrix only, okay. So from this outcome matrix, if you take this first column and then you have to consider its corresponding augments, and what to do? 9 into 6 plus 5 into 2 divided by total of the augments. Let me repeat, 9 into corresponding augment, so 9 into 6 plus 5 into 2 divided by 6 plus 2 total of augments. Okay, so let me write it down. 9 into 6 plus this 5 into 2 divided by this 6 plus 2 is 8. So if you solve this, it gives you 54 plus 10 divided by 8. So 64 divided by 8. 8. Correct? Answer is 8. So value of this game is 8. Yes? So you can do it with this second column also. You will still get the same second column and consider the corresponding augments. Meaning that 7 into 6 plus 11 into 2 divided by 8. Yeah? Even you can do this row wise also. So if you consider this first row, so you have to consider their corresponding augments. Meaning that 9 into 4 plus 7 into 4 divided by 4 plus 4, 8. Correct? Or the fourth option is you can consider this A2 and then corresponding augments in the same way. Yes, I will show you just one more. Maybe you can try the others also, right? I can show you one row wise. Okay, so let's consider this one, A2. Okay, so 5 into 4, correct? 5 into 4 plus 11 into 4 divided by this 4 plus 4 is 8, which is equal to 20 plus 44 divided by 8. This gives you 64 divided by 8, which is nothing but 8. Okay, so do it anyways. You don't have to show it by using all of the options. No, just do it with anyone row or column and their corresponding augments. That's it is expected in the exam. But then finding out the value is very important, right? The answer basically requires two things: value and the strategies, right? So game value is 8. Now strategies also you have figured out, but then you have to write it down properly, right? We have seen it in the first video. So how do you write down the strategies for A? So strategies for A. What are the two strategies? A1 and A2. And in what proportion they are going to use it? 3 by 4 and 1 by 4. And for B, what are the two strategies? B1 and B2. In what proportion they are going to use it? 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Yes, this is how you write down the answers. So these are the strategies for A in these probabilities and for B in this way, right? So this is all about the mixed strategy. We are going to see some more practice and some more complex examples also in the upcoming part of game theory, right? That is going to be the last part and the third part basically for game theory. Okay, so now if you have any doubts in this, please let me know. I will try to clarify your doubts. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Keep watching, keep studying. Bye bye. See you.